So this is Mike. He's one of the images that I found in the Creative Commons on a website that has just all photography in Creative Commons, and I love his face. I find wrinkles fascinating. Like the older the face and the more intense the eyes, and he's got both. So that was really cool to find. I started doing these portraits when I was in third year, 2009 anyway, and I was taking a trip to Kenya to do a project with the children of Bukati, and to fundraise, instead of just outright asking people for donations and money, I was like, oh, well, how about this? You give me some money and I'll give you a picture. And so that's sort of how this type of stuff started. People would send me a photograph and I'd draw it up for them, and then they'd give me a little donation or something like that. This is everything that I use to do my portrait. This is my entire toolbox right here, nice and portable. So these are just my pencils, and I don't tend to use any particular brand. Whatever is handy and whatever was given. One of my profs said, you know, it's not the tools that you use to make your art amazing. It's how you use the tools. So I like that. I like that. So we got anything from HB. I got a 2H somewhere in here, there, down to about an 8 or 9B. Like most artists, you have to have multiple sources of income. After I realized that it's really hard to be just an artist, I had most of why I can keep going is because I have an amazing partner. Jonathan is just so absolutely supportive all the time. And then also discovering my love of teaching. About a year and a half ago, I was approached to teach for another person in the city, and so I got a chance to have sort of guinea pig classes and see what that was like, and I really loved it, and I've been teaching classes since in private lessons, and that's sort of become my new passion. I'm still trying, again, it's sort of taken the back seat temporarily as I'm getting teaching going, but I still have unfinished pieces on my walls to remind me that I need to keep going. And
do you keep that there for a purpose?
Yes. Yes.
Strategically placed?
Yeah, it's just so it'll bug me and nag at me, like, you need to do this, you need to finish this someday. It can take anywhere from, depending on the size, I do smaller pieces too, anywhere from 6 to 30 hours spread out over a couple of weeks generally. Some of my really big pieces, I have a really big owl that was about 3 months in the making. Mostly because I would work on it and get fed up with the details and the feathers and go sort of buggy-eyed and have to walk away and take a break. And it sat in my living room unfinished for quite a long time with these big eyes staring at me. Like, why aren't you finishing me yet? I think like anybody can draw. I'm very convinced that anybody who wants to draw can draw. If you don't have interest, I mean, you're not going to put the work in necessary for it. But I think like a lot of drawing naturalistically or realistically is just training your brain properly. There's a great book called Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, and it explains it so well that you just need to be able to train your brain to switch from your left to your right side and get your brain talking to your hand the right way. And there are techniques you can use to improve that. It's like a muscle, just exercising that muscle.